guys, my name's Andy and I'm going to be doing a review today. Well, actually I'm going to be doing what's known around my parts as a double bubble, and that is I'm going to be reviewing two rums at the same time. Well, not at the same time, I'm going to taste them separately, but first thing I'm going to be reviewing the Flor de Cana 18, which is a gorgeous rum. As you can see, I have got to know it a little bit, and I'm going to be reviewing the Flor de Cana 25, the latest addition to their premium range. Now, Flor de Cana, I'm going to give you a little bit about the history of Flor de Cana, which I picked up off their website, and having a little bit of a delve round. So I'll give you a little bit of the quick blast of history, and then I'll get on to doing the tastings, okay? So basically, Flor de Cana is a Nicaraguan rum produced in Chichigalpa, Nicaragua, by Compañía Licorera de Nicaragua. And the Flor de Cana's heritage actually dates back way back 120 years of rum production. So a lot of history there. Their roots actually start at the beginning when in 1890 the San Antonio sugar mill was formed, and then the brand Flor de Cana was actually born in 1937. In 1959, Flor de Cana slow aged rum was first introduced into Latin America and Venezuela, and it was welcomed and really received well. And then in the 1980s, when they had the troubles, it was really hard to get products out of Nicaragua, so they continued to produce rum and lay their stocks back, and basically they now can claim to hold some of the largest stocks of aged rum in the world. So, you know, that's a hell of a bit of a claim, isn't it? They hold some of the largest stocks of aged rum. Now, a little bit about the quality side of things. Attesting to the quality of Flor de Cana, the Compañía Licorera de Nicaragua was first the company that produces rum to obtain the ISO 9000 certificate of quality. And now that's a big achievement, the first company to obtain that certificate. And today the company is headed by a fifth generation, still run by the same family, fifth generation family member, chairman and CEO of the company, Mr. Carlos Perez. And the rums are now available in over 40 countries around the world. Absolutely amazing. A little bit about production now. They say that they pride themselves on product consistency, and that they guarantee that by being a single estate rum, that they only use the finest molasses that are produced from their own sugarcane grown on fields adjacent to the distillery. So by doing that, they assure their product consistency. They know the grade's going to be the same. The rums are distilled 5 times using the latest technology and in a continuous column still process. Their rums are dark and rich and have a gorgeous flavour and aroma profile, and they achieve this by slow aging with totally no additives at all. So basically, you know, this is what they pride themselves on, that they age their rums in traditional barrel houses with no ventilation, and they just let them age like a lot of companies do, but they don't add. They pride themselves on the fact they don't add no additives, and it is a natural process. Right, I'm now going to take a little look at the 18, and this is the old style bottle, and you can see it's a lovely bottle, and it certainly is presented very well, but they've decided that last year, I'm sure it was last year, that they made these new style bottles, and they are gorgeous for the more premium products. I think it was the 12, the 18 and the 25, and they are gorgeous bottles, I must admit. And so the 18 now comes in a bottle like this, like the 25. Now I have a glass of the 18 here, and I'm going to do a little tasting of it and give you my thoughts on it. First of all, if we look at the colour is a light amber. And when you put it to your nose, it's a very predominant oakiness that comes from the rum. Also, if you just have a little look at it, you'll see, I'm sure you can see it in there, that there is a little yellowish green ring around the top of the rum, which indicates the long aging in oak. Yeah, predominantly oaky. There's little light mocha elements that come through on this rum. There's a sort of quite a strong burnt caramel sort of smell to it. There's certainly a caramel smell. Light leatheriness. And there's even a sort of a varnishy, how I can explain, a sort of like a light varnish smell to it. It's very nice. It's a pleasant rum to be for the smell wise. And then on taste, there's a little burn on entry. Light oak, then builds to intensity and starts to get very much stronger. There's a little chocolate element that comes through there, for sure. The mouth is starting to dry out quite a lot now. It does dry out your mouth with the oak and the tannins. There's oaky spiciness there for sure. And like I said, there's a little bit of maybe even coffee in there. It's quite a pleasant, very 18 years aged. It's quite a pleasant rum, but it's very heavy on the oak, I must say. And the finish is a dry, oaken, burnt caramel finish. It really is. It's a very Moorish rum, actually. It's very nice. I do like it. Right, guys, I'm going to do a quick review of the 25. Comes in a fantastic box, the presentation box, with the 25 slow-aged single estate rum, Flor de Cana on it. Lovely embossed sugarcane frond on the box there, really nice touch. And then when you have a look, there's a lot of information in there telling you about the rum itself, about Flor de Cana, and some tasting notes. Amazingly, impeccably packaged, it really is. Now I'm going to just show you these two rums up together. This is the 25 Flor de Cana, new bottling, and the 18, there it goes. Now the 18, when you look at it, nothing wrong with that bottling. Fantastic, really nice. I love that the way that rum's been bottled. But they have decided that they're gonna bottle the 12, 18 and 25 in a new style bottling. And this is your new style bottling. And I've got to say, it is amazing. Beautiful. Lovely lines to the bottle, really labelled beautifully. There's a sugarcane frond embossed on the bottle going up there, and then on the top of the actual cork you have a gold embossed coin with Flor de Cana Centenario on there. Beautiful cork, absolutely amazing. Prefer a cork if you can get it, for sure. It really is really well presented. Now, I poured myself a glass of this rum in, and I'm going to do a little bit of a tasting for you, so you can have a little idea of what to expect. First of all, I'm going to show you lovely dark amber, almost dark mahogany colour. And then if you look at it closely, on the top of the ridge of that rum, you can see a yellowy green ring around that rum, and that is to indicate the fact that it's been aged for a long time in wood. When you take the first smell, wow. Deep, rich, stone-soaked, rum-soaked fruits. It is absolutely gorgeous, a lovely fruitiness to it. There's a nuttiness to the rum, a walnut stroke almond nuttiness, and the only way I can explain that is like when you crack walnuts at Christmas, and you crack them and they've got the husks on them, and you give them a little bit of a rub to get the husks off, and you get that smell. It's beautiful, it really is lovely. Lovely element to the rum. Now here's a strange one. There is varnished oak. There's a varnished oak element to the rum, and so what I mean by that is, you know, when you freshly varnished a piece of wood and you go back and you get that smell of varnished, it's beautiful. There's a lovely leather element to the rum, a leatheriness, and woody, smoky tobacco. There's certainly a smokiness and go into tobacco elements. Now I'm going to taste it, and we'll have a little taste and see what we think. Gorgeously smooth on entry. A real buttery mouthfeel to the rum. It envelops all your cheeks and tongue, and really does envelop beautifully. It's really good. Dark, rich, with lots of oaken woodiness coming through. It certainly is quite oaken, but it's a lot more tamed down than the 18. The 18 seemed to come up through and really overtake on the oak for sure, whereas this is very much more mellow and goes in the background. There's lots of burnt caramel, dark chocolate and vanilla in there as well. A real sort of almost mocha, this sort of chocolate stroke coffee element to it. It's amazing, it really is beautiful. But the most beautiful element about it is the fact that it's a real buttery feel in the mouth. It really does disperse beautifully. The finish, like I say, it's a buttery, dry, oaken finish with a little bit of burnt caramel. It's beautiful, really is good. All in all, a fantastic product. This has been, like I said, you can see by the bottle, I have got to know it a little bit before I brought the review to you. With all my reviews, I like to sample it a good few times before I do the review and take my tasting notes and make sure that I feel that I'm happy with the review. And I'm telling you, this is one hell of a product. If you guys get a chance to, it is a bit expensive. This one's retailing at about, in the UK, about £125, so it's quite expensive, but it is a pretty one-off experience. You buy yourself a bottle and treat yourself to it. My advice is, if you buy one bottle, don't stick it on the shelf and look at it. Open it up and enjoy it. Okay? My name's Andy, and until the next time, and the next review I will be bringing actually will be Rum St. Bath Cool. So keep an eye open, and until then, enjoy.